minus 60 seconds. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, good afternoon, good evening once again, guys. It's another Saturday evening. My name is Chubster, and welcome to Let's Talk Magic. It's episode number 24, and for tonight's episode, we have a guest who will be broadcasting all the way from Amsterdam. Now, first of all, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat, and welcome once again to another episode of LTM or Let's Talk Magic. Now, guys, as early as now, please bear with me. Before the broadcast, I was having intermittent internet connection, so hopefully, you might see my video sometimes lagging or freezing a bit. So please, I do apologize in advance. I don't know why I'm having a connection right now. Anyway, guys, I hope you are all vaccinated. And please, if you don't have a vaccine yet, please go ask someone to vaccinate you or go to the vaccination area. Well, sa Manila, right now, we are in what we call a GCQ or General Community Quarantine, which means most of us are not really allowed to go out. Dining at restaurants are halted or stopped. So even al fresco dining, open air dining. And on August 6th, we'll be having our extreme lockdown. So this is due to the Delta variant. So guys, if ever you, please stay safe. And don't forget, if ever you should need to really go out of the house, please don't forget to wear your mask and face shield and stay sanitized as always. Well, guys, oh, by the way, shout out to the new members of the Magicians Foundation Incorporated. They had their exams last week. I forgot the names. Siguro maybe our president, Magpi President, can type in the names. And of course, again, to Doc Ronnie Moraleta, to Doc Ronaldo Moraleta, welcome the prestigious Order of the Merlin Award from the International Brotherhood of Magicians for getting the 25 years of continuous membership award. So again, congratulations, Doc, and more power to you. Okay, what else? Okay, first of all, I would like to, if you are watching this broadcast, don't forget to share the stream, and of course, don't forget to like our official page, Facebook page, that is Chubster Flores Productions, and of course, all past episodes. Well, you can watch all past episodes through our official YouTube channel right over here. It's also Chubster Flores Productions. So it's so easy to remember. Facebook, Chubster Flores Productions. YouTube, Chubster Flores Productions. It's time for me to wear my binoculars. Yeah, because I won't be able to read the comments. Oh, by the way, I would like to thank once again my guest last week, Mr. Jeff McBride. Again, Mr. Jeff McBride, thank you very much for giving time to do the interview. Again, in Tagalog, I'm gonna go say it. I don't know if you're gonna understand it. Maraming salamat or thank you very much. Okay, let me see now. Okay, first of all, Sean Katanga. Oh, yun, si Sean pala. Sean, welcome to the Magfi family, being the newest member of the Magfi group. Again, Sean, congratulations. Elias John Mark, let's go. So excited. Yes, bros. I'm so excited as well. And of course, Nico Aguas, maraming salamat. Good PM, oy. Agaton at Tiensa. Yan, greetings from Taguig. Yan. To our fellow TSC guys. So from TSC po yan, the Story Circle, whom I featured 2 weeks ago. Yan. So again, maraming salamat sa inyo for tuning in. Once again, this is Let's Talk Magic episode number 24. Oh, by the way, next week, my guest will be Mr. Robert Bax. He'll be broadcasting from Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. So Robert Bax is a magician, a writer, a comedy magician, rolled into one. And the broadcast time this coming Saturday, that will be on the, wait. 31, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7, am I correct? Wait, let me see my, okay, August 7 will be 2:30 in the afternoon. So I will have to adjust to his time. Of course, I'm just, how should I say this? Nakikiusap lang ako sa kanila in order for me to do this interview. So I will really have to adjust to their time. So that means my Saturday broadcast for next week, August 7th, will be at 2:30 in the afternoon. So I hope you guys can join me again. My guest for next week is Mr. Robert Bax. Okay, first up, I would like to, my good friend again, Wanlu, together with his friend Nicolo, the puppet, will be at the event, will be again having a show this coming Monday, and it is called The Puppet Stories with Nicolo. This will be broadcast on the new channel on Facebook, and it will be this coming Monday, August 2 at 5:30 p.m. And the guest will be Caroline Bernier-Dion, and she's of course a Cirque du Soleil performer and host of her own podcast. It's called The Puppet House. I'm gonna buti lang, it's a good thing you can see me. And it's a puppet podcast. So again, that's coming from a good friend Wandu. So please don't forget to watch the Puppet Stories. That will be on Monday. Puppet Stories with Nicola Monday at 5:30 p.m. Wait, watching all the way from Singapore. Good evening, Ren Velasco. Kung hindi nyo kalaman, ito po, isa pong close-up magician to who used to be a member. Part pa rin siya ng Inner Magic Club family. And of course, my wrestling buddy. Yan. Why wrestling? Well, to cut the story short, we used to do wrestling parties sa mga birthday parties. If there are teams, let's say, Pokemon theme. There are themes like Star Wars theme. Well, when it comes to wrestling theme parties, well, Ren, me, Glenn Evangelista, together with Mr. Del Bacho, yan, kami yung mga main performers. Tapos meron pa kaming version namin before ng, what do you call this one? Rey Mysterio, may Rhino kami before, and of course, The Undertaker. Uy, wait a minute, sorry about that, man. Okay, anyway, let's talk magic. It's not wrestling, it's magic show now. Okay, ano ba? Okay, first of all, before I introduce you our special guest, again, please bear with me. I'm having intermittent connection siguro. Napapansin nyo with the broadcast, sometimes I'm freezing, like right now, I'm freezing right now. So that's the problem with today's broadcast. So again, I apologize to you, and of course, I apologize in advance to our guest. Okay, in the meantime, let me give to you our co-presenters for tonight's event. So by the way, good evening, Kai. How are you guys? Broadcasting all the way from England. Good evening, Kai, and thank you very much for watching. Say hello to your dad. And I'll be keeping in touch, guys. Again, I'd like to thank our partners for making this event possible. Kuno, here we go. Philippine Magic Scene. For the latest news and updates on Philippine Magic, please don't forget to go to their Facebook page, Philippine Magic Scene, and of course, like the page in order for you to get updated on anything happening around the Philippines. Philippine Magic Scene. Lasco Home Security and Automation. We make high-quality automation affordable for every Filipino. Lasco is only available at Lazada. Go get your Lasco products right now. Home Security and Automation. Mamun Look Restaurant. Serving the Filipino craving since 1920. They're the best Mami and Choco combo in the whole of Metro Manila. The thing is, it's GCQ, but they are available via your favorite delivery apps. It's either ayan, the Hoopers of Philippine Magic, the Prestidigitators, please visit our website at www.theprestidigitators.com or Facebook page, The Prestidigitators, the most Philippine magic. Warnold Alliance, of course, Mr. George Mamadok. Thank you very much. DV Magic Shop, serving the needs of professional magicians and hobbyists. You may visit their pages or their online store at Lazada and Shopee as they will be closing their shop as of the moment. So once again, there you go. Thank you very much to all of you guys. And coming soon will be JL Magic. Oh, ayan, madadagdagan yung ano natin. Sponsor ko, no? Okay? And anyway, guys. Okay. My special guest for tonight, well, he's been a frequent Manila visitor. Why? Well, number one, he is half Filipino. And by the way, hi to my good friend, Mr. Balos, all the way from Singapore. Wait, I have 2 Singapore viewers already. And of course, from the Queen City Magic Society, Southside Magic Shop. Yes, good evening and thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to go watch the entire episode. And again, thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to like our official Facebook page, Chubster Flores Productions. And of course, don't forget to follow our page as well. Thank you very much. Okay, now, again, going back to my guest for tonight, Luffy, yes, magandang gabi sa'yo. Yan, sige na, habol kita. Yan, mag-guess na ako. Yan, okay. Thank you, Luffy. My guest for tonight, as I mentioned a while back, is, of course, he will be broadcasting all the way from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And he has been a frequent visitor of the Philippines. Number one, again, he is Filipino. And he has lectured as well sa the Prestidigitators, the movers of Philippine magic. Well, I consider him a good friend of mine. Well, that's ako lang yun. Ewan ko if he considers me a good friend as well. But right now, I don't see. Okay, so guys, let me see if he will be able to join us for tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up if you're. Wait. Hold on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting all the way from Amsterdam. Put your hands together for the man with a Z, Fritz Alkemade. Fritz, good evening. Oh, wait. He's got a built-in elevator.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Chub, I'm also a very good friend. You're also my very good friend. So,
You heard me, sorry.
yeah. Mabuhay Pilipinas.
Yeah. So I told you so, guys. He is half Filipino. And Fritz, first of all, tell the viewers where you're from, which part of the Philippines, and yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Fritz. I was born in Iloilo, in Haro, to be precise. I moved to the Netherlands when I was 5 months old. I've been living there all my life, and my mother always took me back every 4 years. And since I went to university, I visit more frequently, almost every 2 years. It's always nice to be back, seeing the magic, but also seeing family and also the magic that is the Philippines. Because, yeah, you've never been to the Philippines, you should go there. It's such a lovely, magical place.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Fritz. So how are you guys doing back in Amsterdam? How's the pandemic treating you guys? Any virtual shows or any face-to-face face-to-face magic events so far?
Yeah, so the Dutch people or the Dutch government are very strange people. So the first lockdown that we had was in May 2020, and we immediately went virtual. And then in July 2020, we could go live again with like maximum 30 people. And then somewhere around, I think December, it was a lockdown again up till, I guess, May or something. And then everything opened up again. And yeah, so July we did our last, show. But all corporate stuff, that is not going to happen. But luckily my kid shows I was able to do, and some of private parties I was still able to do, because children were exempt from all the regulations here. So I was happy that I could still perform my kid show.
Well, some of the guys maybe not be aware. They all know you're a close-up magician, but hearing you first that you are also a kid show entertainer. Well, how did that happen? I mean, how long have you been performing for kids as well? Well, personally, I know you as a close-up guy. You're a very good close-up magician, but I just recently found out that you also perform for kids.
Yeah, so close-up magic, that is what I do. That's what I'm known for. But I've been doing shows for children since, about 20 years now. It's not something that I promote or put on my website. Just people book me because They think it's a good show. I also think it's a good show. The tricks in it, it's not really interesting, I guess, for magicians, but the way I present it, yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. And yeah, so I do that. It's a 30-minute show. I also do some balloon animals, and I'm really happy that I was able to do my kid shows, also the virtual shows, of course. But you gotta hustle, and yeah. So I was happy with that. And close-up magic, a little bit more, not that often, but private parties and things like that. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, you are a very successful magician, and I know the fact that you are quite famous around the world. But the thing is, how did you get started into the usual story? I got bitten by the magic bug at the age of 7, something like that. So in your case, how did you get started into magic? Was it someone gave you a magic toy or something like that, or
I was in Cebu prison.
that's why you're wearing orange? That's why you're wearing orange.
That's my orange. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what they wear in the prison. Also, color of the Netherlands, orange. But no, so I always enjoyed magic when I was little. I liked the mystery aspect of it, and in my elementary school, there were 2 books on magic by John Tremaine. One was about card magic, and the other one was about just general magic. And yeah, so I took those, and mostly was interested in card magic. And yeah, I saw a Dutch magician also on TV. I saw his live show or his TV show as well in person. And yeah, when I was 15, or yeah, so between 12 and 15, I wasn't interested in magic. But then David Blaine did a TV special in the Netherlands. He was also there doing promotional work for the show, and I really enjoyed that perspective. And yeah, so that got me going again up until I was 18. Then somebody said, hey, you could make money with this. And during my student years, I polished my magic. That's where I learned the trades. And yeah, so I'm known for close-up magic, but I also do stand-up magic. I like that a lot as well, or stand-up comedy magic, and yeah, children magic for children as well. So
you have a magic group. It's called, I think, Amsterdam Magic something. I forgot. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so it's a show that we do every month. It's called the Amsterdam Magic Show. It's a monthly magic show we do in Amsterdam in a theater. And yeah, so that's what I've tried to do, is also to create some sort of community within Amsterdam. A lot of people that live in Amsterdam are not Dutch speaking, so it would be nice to create a community with only people that's like speak English, because a lot of the Dutch magic group, where I'm also part of the Dutch magic clubs, they only speak Dutch, and it's very the threshold is really high to get new people in, because a lot of people that I know don't speak Dutch. But I still want to create a magic community. And yeah, the Amsterdam Magic Show is going 5 years now. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of hard work, because you need to have a good show. You have to have the good people around you, and yeah. So there's a lot of plans going forward, but we'll see in 2022.
Now, don't you find it hard performing? I mean, virtually, since most of the magicians are used to perform with, and as in a live party, with they interact with the audience. Now, what's the adjustment you guys made when it comes to doing virtual parties? I know sometimes it's really, in my case, sometimes I should hear the reactions of the kids in order for me to, I mean, how should I say this? Mas ganahan in Tagalog. Sorry. Yeah. So the thing is, how hard it is to adjust, let's say, performing that. Are you doing it via Zoom, so you can see the audience during the shows?
Yes. So when we went into lockdown about the middle of March, but we had a show on March 17, and I always believe that the show must go on regardless of anything. So we quickly went virtual, and it was awful. We went for Facebook Live. We didn't know anything. And it was horrible. We had 5 magicians on, and we had to ask people, please. So I had to log out of the live show, and then somebody logs in. It was horrible. So we did that for a couple of times, and then I was really frustrated, because I believed, magic is a live performance act. And then I read something about the Renaissance, and that it's about the rebirth of art, and I thought, well, this could be it. and I worked on my virtual act. I modified or adapted the tricks that I already did on stage, and I just modified them to work virtually. And yeah, so for me, what is the hardest is to make sure that the energy level is high. So my friend, who is also a fitness instructor, he also did a lot of fitness instructions over Zoom, and he told me that if you want to be perceived as 100% energy, you have to give like 300% from this side of the screen, and it's very tiring to do that, give 300% for a show. But that's also what I learned a lot, the energy, and you learn along the way. You also learn from other magicians. I now have a second screen where I see everybody, so where I can look to see their faces. It's great that you can see their names. That way you don't have to ask them for their name. You can just see their names, so you can also interact with them. Yeah, so the hard part was to pace your act. So the pacing of the act is something I learned from watching late night comedy shows in the US, because they also were missing an audience, because usually they had the silence where people could laugh, but now the comedians really move from one joke to the other. And that's basically what I do in magic as well, is I go from one trick next to the other, but also with a little bit of talking as well. But I don't wait for applause. I also do that for the end, where I unmute everybody and then they can applaud. And with the Amsterdam Magic Show, we had like every month to experiment. And now, I mostly do the technical stuff with QLab, and it's a lot of fun to do. And yeah, so but we hardly do any virtual shows now. But I'm ready to do virtual shows if it happens again. So yeah, that's a bit.
Thank you very much, Fritz. By the way, to all the guys watching out there, we are here at Let's Talk Magic. It is episode number 24. My guest for tonight is, of course, Mr. Fritz Alkemade, the one over here, and he's broadcasting all the way from Amsterdam. Please don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Please, hard for you guys who will be sharing the broadcast. And, of course, don't forget to like our official Facebook page, Chubster Flores Productions, and again, our YouTube channel, Chubster Flores Productions. By the way, I have a good friend, Uwe, watching all the way from Berlin. Uwe, maraming salamat. Sorry, thank you very much.
Uwe, wie geht's? Alles Gute. Ich spreche auch ein bisschen Deutsch. Wie geht's?
You can speak German as well.
Yeah. I was taught in school as well as français. Je parle un petit peu en français. Pero habang Tagalog konti lang. Yeah. Mahangin sa labas.
You know what? I'm looking for magicians based, German magicians based here in Manila. You know why?
Why?
I have lots of books from Paul Potasi, Paul Potasi, and more books are in German. So, well, I can read it, but I have to do use of the Google Translate.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So I might as well give it to someone. I mean, so that if you know any German magicians residing here in the Philippines, let me know.
Sure.
Or maybe once this pandemic is over, I'll reserve this one for you. There are lots of books. I mean, all in German. But all the English books, it's with me.
I'll next time I'm back in the Philippines, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Yeah, please. Thank you very much. Good evening, Magic, Mighty Man Kirk. Again, thank you very much, and don't forget to share the stream that is. And good evening, Henry, another mag member. Okay, Fritz, I have a question here coming from our viewers, coming from Jen Ace. It's a bit long, but maybe you can read it as well. I have a question for Fritz. You said you are known as a close-up magician before, and right now you're doing kids shows for 20 years. My question is, what adjustments in performance, props you bring, and character during the transition? Because that's my case right now. I'm transitioning from full stage magician to kid show. Thanks, and keep safe.
That's a really good question. That is a good question.
It's a good thing his last name is not Palmer, or else it's Ace Palmer. Okay, go ahead, Fritz. Maybe you can answer that.
So that's a good question. So, like I said, I've been doing kids magic for over 20 years, but it's not something that I promoted. It was I did it before, and then people asked, "Hey, can you do my kids show?" And that's how it went rolling. So, marketing-wise, yeah. So the transition from kids to to stage, basically my character is the same that I do when I do close or stand-up magic. So the character that I do with kids is almost like David Williamson, but a little bit more energetic. So and the tricks that I do are just tricks that I learned from David Ginn or from who else do I have? David Ginn and Terry Herbert from the UK. All these really famous kids magicians. I got their books. I met David Ginn. That's when I started doing kid shows, because I met David Ginn, and back in Belgium, Michael Lamar was also there. And yeah, I still do some of his tricks, the color changing shoelace. So it's not really about the tricks per se. It's just how do you do them. And my theme of the show is colors, and it's age for 4 to 10. So so basically the character that I play is either the cool nephew that knows a few tricks, or the cool neighbor that does some tricks. I'm trying to be at the same level as them. I talk to them like they're adults as well. So yeah, that's the way I like to approach it. Maybe that's why people enjoy it. Also, a lot of jokes for the adults, by the way. I do a lot of jokes for the adults because why? Adults pay me. That's why. So I don't care if the kids enjoy it. If the parents don't enjoy it, then there's no point, because the parents have the money. So I make sure there are a lot of jokes and tricks also to fool them as well. So the first trick that I do is it's a sucker trick, which is great because it also creates some false sense of security for the parents. But then I hit them really hard, and it's a sucker trick, and then they all got sucked in the show. So I don't know if that answers the questions, but the character is more or less the same, and it's fun to shout at children because you're a character, so you can do that because you shout. And everything goes wrong, and then you're frustrated, and then the kids laugh, and then you say, "Why are you laughing?" And then they laugh even louder. So it's a lot of fun to interact and to improvise with as well. So I wish you, Janice, all the good luck, and if you need any help with transitioning, please let me know.
Yeah, Janice, you can send him an email, okay? By the way, you mentioned David Ginn. Of course, he's also one of my the people I looked up to when it comes to kid show entertainment. Terry Herbert, Ian Adair, and there are lots of new guys from the US like Christopher Barnes, Tommy James, lots of guys. And maybe if you're here in Manila, let's talk about kid show magic then, so we can exchange.
Yeah, sure. It's like I said, the tricks that I do are not really interesting, or I don't feel artistically they're not interesting. But I like to perform it because the kids are always different, which means the show is always different. The tricks can be the same, but I really enjoy the tricks. Even just the coloring book, even though they've seen it many times already. I play with it. Oh, you've seen it already? Okay, then we'll not do it. And everybody shout, "No, do it again." They always say that. I'm like, okay, then we'll do it again. So.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to that one. And let's bond, and there are lots of guys over here in the Philippines. We are really more into kid show magic nowadays.
Yeah, here I'll show you quick tricks for the people watching. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, wait. Let me put you on spotlight, ladies and gentlemen. A big hand for virtual round of applause for Mr. Fritz Alkemade. Here we go, Fritz.
Hello, everybody. Kamusta? Mabuhay sa labas? Yes. Dito ang sarap. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here is a quick test. This is how I make money. I have here, this is money from the Dutch National Bank. You can see it. It's not a lot, but if I use my imagination, I say the magic words, Hayawa! And you can actually see it actually changes into money. But this is not real money. As you can see, this is something that I draw when I was about 5 years old. But still, if you believe, you wave and you say the magic words, hala, hala, and you can actually see here now I have actually 20 proper euros right there. And there you go. There's a little something for you. So yeah, so that's a little opener that you can do on Zoom as well. And you can, so it's a lot of fun to do that printing effect.
Are you going to send that 20 to me because you said that's something for you?
Yeah, oh no, I was talking to me. I have personal personal problems, so I will do. I will stuck to myself.
By the
But
way,
yeah, you can also a really cool idea if you cannot afford the book, the coloring book. This concept you can also use for the coloring book as well, because you start with a blank piece of paper, and then let's say you do Lightning McQueen of cars, which is just drawn, and then at the end you draw it as well. So you don't have to do. You have to buy the props. You can also make it yourself if you wanted to. So
look who's watching. It's Doc.
hey,
Doc,
he made it.
Yeah, he made it.
He made
Well,
it.
actually, I think he's still watching while performing his office duties. So again, Doc, thank you very much. And
Respect.
congratulations for getting the Order of the Merlin award from the IB.
Oh, Your Highness, Your Majesty, Your Highness. We go like that.
Highness, Highness. Okay, wait. I have a shout out to Randy Ordonez. Good evening and thank you very much for watching. Sir Chubbs, bakit walang sending stars? Well, actually, I'm not yet. I think, I don't know. Ang gulo nga ng Facebook eh. Should we have, I don't know. But anyway, pwede na lang Gcash. If you cannot send stars, Gcash na lang. I'm just joking. It's a joke. Okay. I have a question here coming from Agaton, but please take it seriously.
Okay. Okay, how can I become a handsome man like you? Well, first of all, you need the same stuff that Agaton uses for his face. Okay, so it's a very special cream. It's called Chubster the Wallupster. Okay, so that's what you put on your face.
Why? Okay.
And that's how you become handsome if you put it.
On a more serious note, okay, I have a question coming from Seth Hapita, another athlete.
Yes.
Here we go.
Senor
Do you have a magic consultant? What are your thoughts on magic consultants?
Yes, my magic consultant is my mother, and she said my magic is so no. So with magic consultant, I have a group of people around me that I go to if I have questions. So one advice I would give to you is, if you want to learn on a particular subject, go to somebody that knows a lot more about that subject. So let's say if you want to talk about linking rings, then go to the person that knows a lot about it, about linking rings. So I have a group of magicians when, like for example, card magic. I have a group of friends about card magic. I talk to them. And if I want to discuss history, I have a group of friends as well. So I communicate a lot with John Rockerbomber and with Dick Kornwinder and other people solely on the history of magic. But then also I do stage magic. So I have friends that do only stage, and then I talk to them because they have a particular knowledge. They have a certain experience. So that's where I go to. And so I consider them my magic consultants. Also, your books could be your magic consultants. But again, it's always best to surround yourself with people that know more than you about a particular subject. So go and try and find, if you let's say you want to learn more about the cups and balls, go find the person that knows the most about it, or you go research yourself if you want online. But I recommend to go somewhere who is knowledgeable about cups and balls, and then he can guide you. He can say, oh, maybe you should get this book or watch this YouTube video or buy these cups. And then and then at some point that person you have the same knowledge as well, and then you try to find the next person who knows more about the subject than you. So it's an everlasting journey. So good luck, Seth.
Yeah, Seth, I hope that answers your question. Shout
Yes,
out
I
to
hope
my good friend. Watching all the way from Malaysia. Hello,
Yes.
Barry. Thank you very much, Barry. Don't tell me you can also speak Malaysian.
No. I've been to KL before, but I was supposed to. Where does he lives in Penang, right, Barry? Yeah, so he lives in Penang, I think. But yeah, it's the Malaysian community is also really nice, and it's good food as well. So same for Singapore as well. So.
Okay, question here coming from Mr. Robert Larue. Did you ever meet Eddie? I cannot pronounce the name. And do you have any of his collections? Sorry, go ahead.
So, Robert, good to see you again. So, Eddie Teitelbaum is a very famous Dutch magician who created a lot of tricks. So, besides I'm also a Dutch historian of magic, so I know a lot about the magic that is of the history of magic. So Eddie Teitelbaum, he passed away, I think, 2 years ago, and I never met him. And there's a reason why I never met him, is because what happened. Let's say, I'm not going to go into it, but let's say he has developed a dislike for other magicians. So he only stuck with his close friends from back in the day. So meeting new magicians, he never. It was hard to reach him if you wanted to. I did message him back and forth, but meeting, I felt that I felt that I should earn to meet him. So, but yes, Eddie Teitelman has a lot of cool stuff. So if you can find some of it, he has this miniature die box where you go from this side. It's all handmade. Yeah, it's a really a really miniature one, and he has a lot of these stuff, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Well, how do you play? Is it a workable miniature die box?
Yeah, it's a workable. So I think it's the size of a normal die.
Okay.
So, and again, he developed a lot of mechanical tricks as well. So he was really an inventor as well. But yeah, Eddie Teitelbaum he's a great magician, and it's sad that he passed away not so long ago. So.
Well, sorry to hear that. Magic, Mighty Man Kirk, PM mo na lang sa akin. Okay pa. Joke. Okay, Fritz. Okay, when you were starting out in magic, did you go perform illusions as well? I mean, did you go into illusions as well, or no?
Oh, you mean the big illusions?
Yes, the big props. I mean,
yeah. So funny you should mention. I discussed this with another friend of mine last week. But the problem is storage space. That's the problem, right?
Yes.
And I would like to do an illusion. I would like to do the sewing lady in half illusion, or a production or something like that of a person. But it's hard because I would like to do that a lot. I don't want to buy the trick and only do it when I get to do a paid gig. So in the Amsterdam Magic Show, it would be really nice if we could do an opening illusion where we either produce all the magicians, or where we switch places with each other, or something like that. So so I'm thinking about it, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Is it because of the handsome face, Agathon? Is that why? Is that?
By the way, you must be missing some of the guys from TSC. I mean, you usually do bondings when you're here in Manila.
It's all so much fun because as a magician, I'm always learning. So when I'm there with everybody, they always show me this amazing stuff that they've been working on, and it's always nice to see everybody progressing in magic. And if I can even help just konti lang, then I'm always happy. But other than that, it's a very good brotherhood there in the Philippines. So keep it up.
There you go. Shout out to TSC. Okay, another question coming from Mr. Sefa Pita. What other stage name would you use if you do a stage magic illusion act?
Oh, I would. No. I would be the something with the color orange. So I would be either the orange Filipino or the Dutch that doesn't do very much, something like that. Because you're not doing a lot if you're an illusionist. So it's something like that. Something a play on words that is always nice. But that is it's a fun question. Thank you, Steph.
Okay, wow, with the Agent Orange coming from Agathon at Cienza.
Yes.
Agent Orange.
Consider that one stolen.
Okay, how come Fritz Alkemade, Fritz with a Z? Why? Who thought of the tagline? It's Fritz with a Z, with a Z.
That's a good question.
Is there a story behind that one?
Yes, there is a story. Actually, so my name is not that common in the Netherlands. Usually you write my name with an S. That's how you usually write it. So when I grew up in the era of SMS and texting and SMS and emailing, everybody wrote my name wrong. So I immediately said, no, it's Fritz with a Z or Fritz with a Z. So that way, and that's how I introduce myself. So that way they know in their head that, oh, you don't write my name with an S, you write with a Z. And I used it as well with other people to remember their names. If they have let's say they're Michaela, then say, is it Michaela with CH? No, they say with a K, and then I say Michaela with a K. So that's also a little memory trick that I can remember their name. So yeah, that's the story. Yeah. So it's stuck. Yeah.
And of course, it's also important when the clients are writing you checks. It's Fritz with a
Very important. You don't want to go to the other S, magician. No.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, regarding your agent name, Doc Ronnie said Michael Angelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know why, but ask him.
Oh, right. He also wears orange. Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's why.
He's like this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's like that. So that's.
Well, going back to the one that we were discussing a while back, the kid show thing. You mentioned it's also better for you to entertain the adults because they're the ones paying you. Well, that's also what I'm doing. It's when I do perform, it's not only that I'm entertaining the kids. I have to make sure that the adults are also being entertained because, again, like what you mentioned, they're the ones who's going to go pay.
Yeah, and they're the ones that will tell the other parents that they enjoyed the show very much. So that's how I get my shows. Is I honestly don't put marketing anything because it's not on my website. It's not. I don't advertise with it. So.
Wait, Fritz, if you're gonna be a clown, what's your clown name?
My clown name. So I would be wearing a orange thing on my nose.
Everything's all orange. Yeah?
Yes. So it will be all orange, and my clown's name would be Clown Touch a Lot. No, that's wrong. That is. No.
You'll get banned.
Yeah, you get banned. My clowns would be clown jokes a lot or magic a lot, something like that, something silly, because you're a clown. So here's a funny story about a clown. I did a show once at a clown, never again, because I felt really out of my comfort zone, and I have respect for all the clowns that can entertain kids in such a way. So that was just the one time I went out of my comfort zone. And it was not for me. So it's good to sometimes do things and see if you enjoy them. And if you don't enjoy them, then you also know that.
Anyway, guys, again, Fritz Alkemade. It's Fritz with a Z. You're watching Let's Talk Magic. This is episode number 24. And don't forget, next week, our broadcast time will be 2:30 in the afternoon. My guest will be Robert Bax. And before we go to the other question, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to share the stream, so we can get lots of viewers. And again, don't forget to like our official Facebook page, Chubster Flores Productions, and of course, YouTube channel, Chubster Flores. Okay, we have two questions over here, but first, Daijiro Patricio, good evening, and thank you very much for watching. Another question coming from Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace. I think you mentioned that you are doing balloon twisting already, but do you think Magic Show with balloon twisting can help close a deal? Well, what do you think?
So yes, I also do balloon twisting. It's funny that you mentioned it because it was actually a client that said to me, "Hey, you can make more money if you do balloon twisting as well." So now, when I do my kids show, I offer 3 packages. So one is the only the show, 30 minutes, and then the other one is balloon twisting as well. And I don't do a lot of balloon animals or figures. I just do the ones that are the most requested ones. So if the boys ask for pistols, I never make pistols, but I do make swords. And for girls, it's either a flower or a unicorn or something like that. So, and those are very easy to make with only one balloon. And yeah, it's a lot of fun as well. To just do it, and it's an additional thing you can sell to the client. It doesn't necessarily mean that you could close the deal with it, but I think if you offer 3 packages, and one is the balloon animals, it could be interesting for the client. But I don't think it would close the deal. But but it's additional money because you're there anyways. So why not make a little bit extra money of doing the balloon animals?
Well, there you go, John Ace. I hope that answers your question. And again, like what he told you a while ago, you can maybe send him an email or something like that.
Yes,
And again,
please.
he already added you on Facebook. I think he already added you on Facebook. Okay. Another question. Well, actually, the ones asking the questions are only two guys, John Ace and Seth.
Yes.
Seth, here we go. Tada! If you're not a magician, what would be your occupation? What is your dream job? Whoa, wow.
So my dream job would be a mattress.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Are you a full-time magician?
I am, yes.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry to bother you. Wait, go ahead.
So so even during the pandemic, I've not stopped performing. So I still performed, like I said, the kid shows and the virtual shows. But my dream job would be a mattress tester because I would lie in bed all day. No, that's a joke. So honestly, I went to university. So I went to university back in, I think, 2003, and I first did a 1-year law, which I did not enjoy at all. And then in that year, I met a lot of people that did arts and social sciences, and they really enjoyed that. And I felt like this is something more for me. So I did that. I also joined the Student Theater Association as well, which also helped me a lot developing magic and learning about, directing yourself, using your voice, improvising the lights and the music. But so I'm an arts and social scientist, and I specialize in media culture, and more specifically new media. So basically, how new media forms our society. Could be from any angle, historical, economical, any angle that you would like. But so for me, it's interesting how new media shapes the magic community. How does the internet shape the magic community? And there's a lot of interesting, maybe even controversial topics you could discuss. But that's the one that that's what I was trained for. So probably most likely I would do something like that, and then combining with TV, because I was also a camera journalist as well. So something to combine those two. That's something I would do, I guess. I don't know if that answers your question, Seth, but that's what I was supposed to do. But my dream job is now doing this.
By the way, shout out to Mr. John Santana. John, again, thank you very much for watching, and Hannah, you can stay until the rest of the episode. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, this time, so we have three guys who are very active when it comes to asking questions. But
yes, I can show also some magic, right? I can also show magic.
Okay, let's take a break, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah. First of all, please bear with me. Again, I'm having intermittent internet connection. That's why sometimes I am either freezing or lagging. But my guest's video is okay, so it's only me. Okay, but anyway, guys, it's time for this guy in the yellow shirt.
Orange.
To perform magic. Orange shirt. To perform magic once again. All the way from Amsterdam, it's Fritz Alkemade. Here we go, Fritz.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Agent Orange, just for you. I want to show you the world-famous card trick. That's right, that's the card trick. I won a talent show where it called Holland's Got No Talent. That is my... Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the world-famous card trick that I did. It uses 5 cards. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima. He knows the words. Braha. Roja. La braja. Okay. So red cards on the back, but they're also red on the front. So ladies and gentlemen, I will show it to you. Lima braja. Okay. 4 red cards. You can see this one. I will show. This one will disappear from this.
No, wait. That's a black card.
Sorry. But, sometimes that happens. They stick to the floor and they stuck together. So we'll do it with 4 cards. Apat na lang. Okay, I'm so sorry. So we'll do 4 red cards. It's not the world famous card trick. It's just the famous card trick. So here we go. One more try. We'll try it with the.
Excuse me. It's another black card.
Mamaya is I pak the card. Look. Okay, okay. I'm so sorry. So we'll. One more time, we'll do it again. We do it with 3 cards. This is not the famous card trick. This is just a card trick. Okay. Sorry, Paul. We'll do it with 3 cards. And it's a little bit harder to manipulate, but we'll try it where the Okay, we'll do it. This is not this is not the famous card trick. This is just a card trick. That is the most stupid card trick you'll see in your entire life. Okay, so I have 2 red cards. Okay.
Okay.
I need to double check, Chubb, because my face. Yes, so this red card will disappear and join the other red card. Over.
Anyway, guys.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. Maybe next time I will also change this into a black one.
Whoa, wow.
Maybe next time to show you that card trick. So.
Guys, so some virtual clap for Mr. Fritz Alkemade. It's Fritz with a Z. Okay, wow, Fritz.
Yeah, that's a fun trick. That's it's based on a trick from Fred Kaps that he used to do, and I added the presentation to it. I've been doing this for years, and I use the cards from Christian Schenk from the Card Shark, which are great for stage.
Yes, very familiar.
And the best, yeah, of course, I lectured on this. So the best part is this is also great for kids because you have this little where the magic happens to you, and the kids always shout, "Oh, but it's black," and then you go, "No, it's not black. Yeah, they're black." So I know some magicians that do it, do it also with this card trick. So yeah.
It's a different take from the 6 card repeat, something like that. But it's,
yeah. It's So you want, I see that. Yes.
Wait, I was supposed to do something, but I forgot.
Me too, but I forgot. So I went my ihi in my pants. That's why. So.
Hey, Lee Alex, thank you very much for watching.
Hey, all the way from Turkey, Lee Alex. It's been a long time. I hope you are well. I hope to see you soon again, Lee.
And Lee, I hope I can have you here in my show as well. So I will be sending you an email, and hopefully you will agree to
everything
do this
on the color changing. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's the presentation. Like I said, I added. That's my presentation, but feel free to use it. There's a lot of theatrical elements in it. Why I like it. When I do comedy clubs, so I also do like stand-up comedy as well. I like to use that trick to open up as well, because it gets really awkward with the audience, and that's okay. It's okay if people get awkward. It's a nice moment to do that. So yeah, so have fun with that.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, from Johnny Ace is asking, do you do virtual lectures? Dun, 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 dun.
I do. I only did one for the Magic Club in Cape Town. I do a virtual magic show or a magic lecture. It's just I'm not sure if it will be the same. But if you're interested, please let me know. I would be happy to come up with something and then share the tricks that I do virtually if I have the right permission. But I can, yes.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Maybe if there are guys interested, maybe I will try to see.
Yes.
Let's talk, and if you can organize one, and let's talk about it some other time.
Let's talk magic. Let's talk magic.
Yeah, let's talk magic and lecture. Jana Chabal, good evening, and thank you very much. I hope you are vaccinated already. First of all, before we go to Accept's question.
Again,
who are the people you look up to when you were starting in magic and at present time?
Okay, so the people I looked up to when I was starting was my mother, because I was really small and she was really tall. So I was
about to go to that one.
Okay, sorry. So the people. So I always looked up to a lot of people, and most of those people are now my friends. So I looked up to like people like Joshua J, Danny Garcia, Andy Gladwin, Rune Klein from Denmark. Those are magicians that I really admired. Even David Blaine. And in my early years, also the earlier work of Jay Sankey and the earlier works of Paul Harris. I also enjoy that. At the moment, I don't have a lot of magicians that I look up to. It's more other people, like musicians or artists, that I can learn from. So I have a painter who I really admire, and I love the fact how he can make something make me feel just through a painting. So, and also music, that's something interesting. But at the moment, I have not particularly a magician that I looked up to, but maybe it would be the older magicians like Fred Kaps or Tommy Wonder, or those classical magicians, even magicians that you know you might have heard of. Speaking of Paul Potassi, he actually published some tricks in Dutch Magic magazine, and I know because I catalog them, and one was about how he met his wife in the Hilton of Manila. That's a fun story. So it's very nice to read even the history and some of the tricks in there in Dutch. So yeah, keep on learning, keep on reading. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. So there you go.
Sorry about that. What was the name of the magazine?
It's called Tricks, so Triks, which was a Dutch magic magazine. And yeah, so I think there was I think the wife wrote the how they met, and there was a picture of the Hilton in Manila where they met. And yeah, and she went on a trip with him all around the place in Europe and things like that. So it's really interesting to read.
Well, I think I have some of the magazines. Is it like this big, the magazine? It's a big magazine or a small one?
Small one, yeah. It's like half A4.
Okay, half. Oh, sorry, that's small. Anyway, a while ago, I showed the message of Mr. Robert Laru. Yes, he has to sleep early because he has to. He will be traveling to Manila 4 a.m. tomorrow. But anyway, I was able to see a question from him.
Yes.
Do you know or have you worked with artist Dadara?
I don't know if that Dadara is his stage name. I don't. If I know his real name, maybe, but I might be a bit too young to have worked with Dadara.
So that's the age. Huh?
Could be, yes.
Let's go to Seth Kapita. Here we go.
I paid Seth to ask all these questions, so thank you. Salamat.
Have you experienced a kid show where parents don't pay attention to you, but they but just keep talking at the back? What did you do?
So that's a good question. So that happens because, in essence, you are. I consider myself a very expensive babysitter, right? So that's what I consider myself. So, and that's also how I pitch the show. I tell them, look, I will entertain the kids for 30 minutes, and you can do whatever you want. And sometimes they do other things. If they are talking in the back, yeah, there's not much you can do. I guess you can mention something about it, but or try to make a joke of it about it. But I try to just filter it out because I'm just busy with the kids, and the kids, they can focus on the show. But yeah, so I would try to make a joke, but usually I don't mention it at all. Because I don't get really distracted by it. Because, like I said, I am there for the kids, and if the parents want to do other things, they want to sign papers and take their rings off and cry, that's all fine. If they want to do that in the back of the kids show, it's no problem. But try to ignore it if you can, and if it's really bothering the show, I would step out of character. That's also what I do when the kids are really being trying to test my limits. I step out of character, and then I tell them, like, look, this is the rule. Also, I mentioned the rules in the beginning of the show, so there are rules. But I step out of character and say, look, if you do this one more time, I'm going to stop the show, and then I go back into character, because you have to be in control with that guy. And the kids can do a lot of things with me, but if they ruin the show for the rest of the group, I have to be strict and get out of character. So. You can do the same if you feel like it, getting out of character and mention the parents. But usually I would not bother.
Well, that's nice. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
This time another question. This time coming from Mr. John Santana. Okay, here we go. John, here's your question. What tricks do you do when someone asks you to perform a trick but you don't have a deck of cards with you? What's your go-to trick?
So usually that situation hardly ever happens anymore, where I tell people what I do, and then it's, oh, you're a magician, can you show me something? I would, back in the day, I would have a deck of cards on me non-stop, but now I would do something with a coin. If I really am unprepared, usually I'm not unprepared, but usually I would do something with a coin or I would do something maybe was laying around. I could do something with a pen or a rubber band or anything that you can even challenge them. Here, give me an object, I will do something with you. And again, the more you know, the more maneuvers or slides you can do with the objects. So let's say if they give you a bill, you can make it levitate. You can do a torn restored bill. You could do you can make it disappear. There's a lot of it really depends on the venue where you're in. If you're in a bar, there are lots of ways of doing tricks with the napkins, tricks with the coasters. But again, I'm sort of trained in every environment, so I can even do tricks with my hands or fingers if necessary. So body magic is always available. So yeah, again, knowledge is power. So the more you know, the better you can do magic for. So yeah.
Once again, it's Fritz Alkemade. It's Fritz broadcasting all the way from the Netherlands, Amsterdam, Netherlands. This is Let's Talk Magic, episode number 24. It is Chubster here. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to follow our official Facebook page, Chubster Flores Productions, of course, YouTube channel, Chubster Flores as well. And please don't forget to share the stream.
Yes.
Again, Fritz, first of all, I would like to thank you in advance once again for agreeing to do this broadcast. Very much appreciated.
No problem.
So it's between Seth and Jan Ace. So
okay.
Jan Ace, this time. Do you charge per hour or per pira as well? I know in the US they usually charge per hour. How about in your case?
It depends on the event. So I usually would I tend to do hourly rates, but I always over deliver. So if they pay me for 2 hours, usually I stay for 2.5 hours. So and also that is, I take that in the price as well. So even though I am expensive, I can explain why I'm expensive because I will send a portfolio. And here's a little tip for all of you. If you get an inquiry from somebody and they ask how much do we charge, never reply to them in that email how much you charge. Always reply back with all the information, even add a portfolio, and then reply all that to them. Because when they come back to you and ask, hey, how much do you charge? They already have sort of a price in mind because they've seen your portfolio, they've seen what you do. So then it's just a matter to aim high and then renegotiate down. You don't want to aim low and you cannot renegotiate up. So just think of what is the lowest amount you want to charge and then add maybe 10% or 20% on top of that. And then you can always renegotiate down. Sometimes it happens that you charge a lot and then the client immediately says, yes, sure. And then you wished you asked for more. So I try to, and again, it depends on the event. For the kids show that I do, it's a minimum of about 150 euros for half an hour because I know that show is good and people are willing to pay for it. So, and it is expensive, but it's also really good. And again, I tell them why it is really good subconsciously with the portfolio and everything else, how long I've been doing the show. So yeah, hope that helps. And all the best with that.
Well, that's a very nice input there. Very nice tip coming from you. So you should be adapting to what you just mentioned. Instead of giving them outright your fee, just send some of your portfolio first, so that way you can justify maybe somewhat your rate.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes you get a single mother with 5 kids asking you for a party. Obviously, that's different than a corporate show for 25 kids, obviously. So again, this is something you need to, negotiate with yourself. What is the lowest you want to go with that group of people? Sometimes you're not doing anything that day and you want to help the mother out because single mother and you want to help her out, then go ahead, go for the minimal fee. But for the bigger shows, definitely aim high because the more we charge, the better I guess it is for magic, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yes, yes. By the way, like what John Santana said, good advice. Well, I think shooting videos, well, man, you're a very good
It's the
magician.
same. Yeah,
So,
it's the same. You can also with videos, you can offer three packages again, and then depending on their budget, you can shift. And yeah, it works with everything. So the three packages things, I learned years ago from a marketing course, and I applied that. Yeah, I applied it with my virtual shows, with my kid shows. Close-up magic, not so much because that's just me doing close-up magic. There's not much to do, but maybe when I do a stage act, I could do something more. But definitely with virtual shows and kid shows, you can have several packages.
well, actually, John is also a good close-up magician. So I don't, and he's got his own YouTube channel as well. And he's also a blogger, a vlogger.
Fantastic. We should meet sometimes.
Okay, a question here coming from Lee Alex. Then I'll be going to the Crony Moraleta. First, Lee Alex asked, you've been all over the world. What's your favorite country to perform and which nationality has the best audience in your experience? Thank you very much, Lee, for that question. So, Fritz.
Ooh, it's funny you should mention Lee because this is something I discussed last week on a podcast as well. So my favorite country to perform most likely would be the US or Japan. The US most likely because they are very receptive to magic. They I don't know, there's something within the culture that they freak out. They really cannot comprehend the magic, which is for a magician is really nice. That's exactly the direction that you want. And in Japan, in the Japanese people, they are known to be like almost robotic. That's not an insult, but they're very in themselves very robotic. And if you can somehow malfunction the electronics, speaking in robot terms, something happens and they freak out. They go Nande, and all things like that. They freak out, and you can see the robot just disappears. And when I was in Tokyo 11 years ago, I did magic there for a whole month in the bars and the nightclubs and the strip clubs. Yes, you can also do magic
Strip clubs.
in bars. Yes, strip clubs. Yeah, no kidding. I did magic in strip clubs. We can talk about that, but I don't know if children are watching. But anyways, I learned that the Japanese people they enjoy tipping as well, or donation, but they really freak out, especially if they have a couple of drinks as well. It really helps, and yeah, so that's probably my favorite nationality to perform for, and yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, you should bond, John and you. So someday, once this pandemic is over. Doc Ron was supposed to...
I'm trying to visit in November if Duterte allows me to come back as a balikbayan.
Are you okay with the 14-day quarantine?
Actually, I think it's 5 days if you have certain requirements, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know what the rules are now, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, Doc Ron was supposed to ask a question, but he mentioned you already answered it. So I guess
Yes.
thank you very much. He finally already answered my question.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So no problem with that. So guys, again, if you have questions from our for our guest, please don't forget to just type it in.
Yeah.
Leah, thank you very much for joining in. I hope to see you next time.
I can.
Really freaks out when they see magic. They isn't going to Tokyo. Holy.
Yeah. It's true.
Right now, there's Olympics. Too bad.
Yeah. I can. By the way, congratulations on the medal.
Yeah, Philippines. Actually, we will be gunning for another gold medal in boxing.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's amazing. That's really good. That's so, and
Hopefully.
she looked so happy and it was emotional. It was really nice to see. So yeah.
So the boxer is also a girl. It's also a lady who will be gunning for the gold medal.
Oh, Maganda.
So it's either silver or gold. So hopefully it's gold.
Okay, we hope so. I can do a trick for you guys if you want.
Of course we want. Well, I'm just too shy to ask. Anyway.
Okay, no. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. So
okay, once again, for 5 more magics. Now, Fritz Alkemade. Here we go, Fritz.
Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm back, and you're still here. Mwah, maraming salamat. Buhay. Okay, so you've heard of mark cards. Oh, by the way, this is a really great trick. When doing virtual shows, a lot of close-up tricks that you can do. It works great for Zoom. So some of you have seen this already, but here we go. Okay, I have a marked deck of cards. Actually, I have the deck of cards right here. You can see here. They're all mixed in all fashion. And actually, I marked these cards, not on the front, but on the side. You can see there. So I marked the cards on that side. You can see, right? Mm-hmm. And there's actually a technique to make this work. So I'll go like this. You say stop or mana mana. Chop, there you go.
Mana.
Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go. Yes. It's okay if I see it. I've seen the trick before. It's okay. Okay. So, and then, oh, sorry. I don't need this one. There we go. It goes out. Yes. Actually on the side, I wrote something. It's hard to see, but it's called unshuffled. So basically, I'm going to unshuffle this deck of cards. It looks like I'm shuffling this deck of cards, but I actually will unshuffle the cards. So it's the position of a surgeon. You can see here. Right, here we go. There we go. So you can see I'm shuffling the cards, but I'm actually unshuffling the cards because you now can see a little bit better, right?
Unshuffle.
Unshuffle. I'll do it again, even though you didn't ask. We'll do it again. Here we go. The position of the surgeon. Here we go. The position of the surgeon. There we go. You can see here. It looks like I'm shuffling the cards, but actually it starts to getting unshuffled right there. You can see. We'll do it one more time. One more time because we can. Here we go. One more time, like Daft Punk. You can see. It looks like I'm mixing the cards, but in fact, I am unshuffling the cards. You can see. Unshuffled.
Unshuffled still.
Yeah, but still, like if I really unshuffle the cards, it means all the cards should be back in order, and they are. You can see all the hearts are back in order. Except for this one. This is my favorite card. You can see all the clubs are back in order except for this one. This is also my favorite card. And you can see all the diamonds are together. All the spades are back together as well. So, yeah. But remember, you picked a card, right?
Yes.
Yes? You remember what it was?
It was the 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts. Watch carefully. If I really mix the cards like this, you can see something happens because now it here says the 8 of hearts.
Yeah, mana mana, 8 of hearts.
Yeah, so that's a fun trick. It's I love this trick a lot, and it's you can customize this any way you want. And for those,
Your fellow Kababayan is watching.
Yes, I sat in his car when I was lecturing in Iloilo. Hello.
Ayan.
Yes, I remember he had a really big white car. So it was really
yes. And by a while ago, Godwin Gonzalez was here as well. So bagang Godwin.
Godwin, such a nice guy. Yes.
Okay. Again, I was supposed to ask you a question, but again, it slipped my mind. I don't know why. Another one. Wait. Before you go to that one.
Yes.
I hope this rings a bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
2 of hearts.
Yes. Yes. So this is a really cool story. This is a really cool story because this is the first time. So this is the first time I met Sir Momonduk.
Yeah.
George. Yes. And I did a trick for him, and it's a trick. It's an old tricks from a Magic magazine. And he shuffled the cards. He put one card in his pocket, and the card that he named was in his pocket. And he wanted to know so bad, but I was like, no, I'm not going to tell you. And then I'd become like a running gag, running joke. And every time I was in Manila, he would tell me how you did it. And I said, sorry, I cannot tell you. And at the end, I think last time, not 2018, but maybe before that, he figured it out on his own. So it was really fun. It's a very powerful trick because he named the card and it was in his pocket. He shuffled everything. So that was If you see him again, Chop, say my regards to him and his wife.
It took patience and perseverance.
Yes, but sometimes that's good in Magic that you you wait and you earn the respect or go on your own research. I actually had the same with a routine that was shown to me by, he does the multiple bill switch.
Filipino guy?
Oh, huh?
Filipino, no?
Filipino, yes.
Not Perez.
Not Perez, yes, no.
Yeah.
No.
Not Vargas Perez, yes.
Yeah, not Vargas Perez. So he showed me that the first time I met him, and I was obsessed with it. And then I met him a few years ago, and I felt like a small child. I asked him, "Can you please teach me how that works?" And then he went into it, and I felt like a little child learning from a master, because it's something I would not ask him to explain just to the secret. I felt that I should earn it, and back then a few years ago I felt that okay, now it's the time I can ask him, and he showed it to me, and it was wonderful. Seeing it live again. So with a lot of patience and virtue and perseverance, anything can happen.
Anyway, what's with the two of hearts? Look at John Santana's comment here. What's with the two of hearts? Well, how come it's always the two of hearts?
Hindi ako alam. I don't know. I really don't know. So
You really don't know, huh? All right.
No.
Oh, by the way, what's your tip to the upcoming? Wait, hold on. Speaking of the guy himself,
Yes.
Mr. George
Yes.
Mamonok, once again, thank you very much. Fritz, go ahead. You
Next time I'm back, we're gonna go for wine and good food, and we have so much catching up to do, George. So I look forward to it next time. So take care.
Yeah, and again, the two of hearts, he was able to figure it out. So again,
Yeah.
that's nice. Okay, what's your tip to those upcoming magicians? The one who are just new to the business. The thing is, when it comes to stage performance, some of the guys really want to go to stage because they see there's money when it comes to stage.
Sure.
But of course, I'm a hypocrite if I'm gonna say I'm not after the money. Of course, it's a job. But the thing is, I love magic ever since I was a kid. But what's your tip on the upcoming guys? I mean, who's into magic?
So for the upcoming magicians, I would say I would recommend join a magic club or magic society, because you may meet people that live close to you. So I would recommend doing that. That's what I do. I've always done that. I've been part of a magic club since I was started out. So my tip, if they want to go on stage, is you need to work on the act. So you need to perform somewhere. So maybe do a couple of shows for free for friends, just to get it started, and video yourself as well. I try to video myself as much as possible, so I can look and be critical, because you need to be critical as well. You need to leave the ego at the door. Don't get hurt your feelings. You need to be really hard on yourself and improve. So videotaping yourself, looking for the angles, get tips, advice from your fellow magicians. That also helps. What else can I talk about the out-and-coming magicians? Listen to the people that have the most experience. Okay, so try to listen and ask the right questions when we talk to them. That's also what I did back in the day. I did not have an opinion about magic. I was just learning, absorbing everything. I asked the right questions, and at some point you develop your own philosophy, your own opinion about magic, and then you can do that. Definitely magic club. Perform as much as you can. Even though if you do stage, you can still do close-up magic. Get the feeling from it. You can do close-up magic. You can adapt it and do it on stage. That's what I've done. I've been doing close-up magic for years, but I want to do stage magic, so I adapted some of the close-up magic that I know really well and adapted to stage. Also, if you're on stage, there's lots of elements you need to take care of. So if you do a theater show, maybe think about lighting, think about the music. Maybe even better, have a director that will direct your show or your act, because the director, a theater director, he doesn't care about the tricks. He doesn't care about the theatrics. How does it look? How does it make feel? And if you don't have the money to afford a director, I would recommend Ken Weber's book Maximum Entertainment, because he teaches you sort of how to become a director yourself, and you need to be really critical to yourself and keep on learning. It's YouTube is great, other resources are great, but nothing beats performing for a live audience. So try to, if you want to go do stage magic, try to get as much experience as you can get. Open mics, that's what I do. That's where I learn most of the stuff that I do, even with magic. So yeah, try to do as much as you can, and the more experience you have, the more you can charge, I guess. And yeah, try to find your own character. You don't want to be the next Yu Ho Jin or something like that. You need to find your own character. The clothing, the way you look, maybe a catchphrase, or the way you market yourself. So there's a lot of aspects of becoming a full-time magical entertainer, but you need to go to the people that know most about that. So it's a lot of work, but again, I'm here to help. The magic community is so awesome in the Philippines, and if I can share my knowledge with all of you, even though it might be culturally different, then you just use the advice or the tips that would fit you. So it's a long answer.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it, bro. Okay, before we go again to Sefapita, so after stay tuned for John Ace's question. By the way,
Okay.
again, guys, please pardon me, because for tonight's broadcast, I'm having a problem with my internet connection. That's why you sometimes see me freezing during the broadcast. But the good thing is the screen of my guest is it's okay, but it's only happening on my screens again. Please, sorry about that. Okay, Seth Hapita. Okay, actually, he's got two questions here. First question: are you creating new effects now, or just focus on performing? And by the way, what is to add? Let's go Dutch too. So,
Okay.
Materials there. Go ahead.
So I am now focused more on performing, because we are sort of getting out of the lockdown or out the pandemic. You need to create momentum to get more shows. So I'm focused now on performing a lot more. So I think this is what Paul Daniel said. He talks about show business. We are in show business. So you've got the show and then the business. So sometimes I focus more on the show. So during lockdown, I was more focused on doing, virtual shows and how to create them. And then I focus a lot more on the business side. So how do I market them to the Dutch audience? And so mostly now it's a combination. So creating tricks, I do that when an idea pops up. But sometimes I have the juices are flowing creatively, and then I just type. And sometimes there's a problem somebody tells me, and then I feel like, okay, how would I solve it? And then I start, researching the tricks, and then I try to create my own variation of it. So it's really about a few phases where I go through. So now it's mostly focusing on performing, getting a lot out there, so people know, oh, he's outperforming, we should get him, because he's busy, so we should get him. So, and the double Dutch, or the Let's Go Dutch 2, actually I have a DVD out called Double Dutch. That's my latest project. It's for like a few years ago. So another video project might be coming in the near future. Who knows?
Wow.
It might be a download, but I cannot tell too much about it. But it will be card magic, and it will be sold with a friend of mine. So, Seth, if you're interested, just let me know.
Okay, thank you very much, Seth. Now, next question comes from you know who.
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yes. So, do I have any body loads, and what was the other ones, or more interactive and presentation? So sometimes it happens. You perform outside, or it's really hot, and this would be what I would wear. So this is just a vest, and just rolled up sleeves, and just a normal trouser pants. So RJ, hello. So this would be my outfit. So body loads would be sort of impossible. So a lot of the things that I do is also something that I learned is I have a table that's also on my rider. They need to provide a small table and they need to provide a glass of water. That's all they need to provide. So a small table, I put all my props on there, and then a black silk goes over it, and that is my show. And then as soon as it's all there. So I maybe have some props like a thumb tip that I need to steal, or the color changing shoelaces that I do. But I try to not have a lot of body load. So again, most of the tricks that I do are very basic. You can buy them anywhere at any magic shop, but it's the way I present them. And again, I do that in a fun, positive way. It's a lot of interaction. And again, I treat the audience like they're adults. And we always have fun. We do only a few games in it, and the rest is making sure they're having fun and entertained, but also make sure it's magical. That's also important because you're a magician.
Well, hold on. Shout out to my brother magician from the US, Jonathan.
Yes.
Good evening, and thank you very much for watching.
Oh, congratulations on the Magic Castle. I hope to be back there soon, Jonathan, and I hope in real life soon as well. So congrats on that, and ingat.
Yeah, ingat. Yeah. So again, I hope to also see you in Magic Castle. Where? Okay. Doc Ronnie asks this question. Are you already vaccinated, and do you already tried making routines about it or the pandemic? Any routines with regards to pandemic or something?
Okay. So it's a very private question, Doc. Very private. But I know you are a doctor, and I know you appreciate it. But I am vaccinated.
Okay, cool.
I have my 2 shots already. So yeah. So in the Netherlands, there's an issue now of can you ask people if they're vaccinated or not? It's yeah, because it's part of their privacy. So, and again, that's why I mention it. But we're all friends here. And I want to come to the Philippines, so I need to be vaccinated anyways if I want to come visit. I actually, when I do magic, I try not to do magic with presentations about the pandemic or anything else. Because when we do magic, I believe when we do our show, people should forget the outside world, whatever is going on. So I try also to tell the other magicians when we do the show, please don't use presentation about the corona. You can mention it somehow, but we all know what's going on in the real world. So I try to avoid those topics, and even in the future shows, you can mention it if you want. But again, it's we magicians, we try to bring people in a different world. So the real world problems, I guess, they can leave behind at the door. But when they come and see the magic show, then that's all we don't talk about that because it's not necessary, because they're here to have a good time, and we give them a magical experience. So I hope that helps, Doc.
Well, we only have a few more minutes to go, but again, after John Ace, it is Seth. Okay, do charity shows. Do charity shows and join open mics, training grounds for me when I was starting to perform. Do you do open mics, something like that, with charity shows?
Yeah, charity shows. Again, this is great. And if you do charity shows, ask for something in return. So the best way to ask something for in return is either they pay for your travel, or they give you like a recommendation where they write out something, because that is something that you can also use to pitch to another client. You can say, hey, I did the show for the Red Cross, and this is what they wrote, and then they can see, oh, okay, this is very good. So if you work for free, make sure that you get something in return that could help you get more shows in the future. So when you do open mics, I would recommend filming it and then look at it back later, and use that open mic as a way to network with other people and pitch what you do. So I like I said, I'm part of the comedy scene in Amsterdam, and so they know what I do. I do magic and comedy when I perform, and if they need a comedy magician, they usually get Chub. That's what they do. They get Chub because I suck at it. So
Anyway, again, Fritz, thank you very much for dropping by. I mean, for this interview. Any
yes.
final magic before you go? Before I let you go, or
Sure. I can do that.
sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
No. This is what I'm trained for. So let's see. If there are no other questions, then I'm just going to quickly move on and
Yes.
see.
So then afterwards we can wrap things up. So
Okay, it's already late, right? It's late. I guess.
okay. Oh, after I have one more question. You want to do the question first, or what?
Sure. Let's do the question, and then we'll end with a trick, and then I'll. So everybody watching, you can find me online: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Grindr, whatever you feel like doing. I'm only a message away. I always reply to anything unless you ask me to send nudes. Agaton. So. But I'm really accessible. If you have any questions, I'm always there to help. You know that. And yeah, so hope we see in the future. Chop, bring on the question.
Yeah, again from Janice.
Yes, Janice.
I guess this is my last question for now. Do magicians with earnings affect closing the deal? What? Oh, I know. What?
No, earrings.
Sorry, earrings. Sorry. See, I'm already wearing a pair of eyeglasses, and yet I'm reading it wrong.
They should not. They should not judge you on your appearance, but they should judge you on your performance. So, if I have a friend who wears an earring, and that's absolutely fine. Just I should not. You should not make a big deal out of it. If somebody mentioned it, I don't worry about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Fritz, before you do your magic, what's your email? How can they get in touch with you again? On Facebook, it's Fritz
on
Alkemade.
Instagram, Fritz with a Z. On Facebook as well. I'm also there, Fritz Alkemade. Yeah, that's the best way to contact me via Messenger or DM. Yeah.
Sorry if I mispronounce your name. It should be pronounced as Alkemade, pala, not Alkemade. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I've had many times people say that. I think yours is better than the other ones. I had people say Fritz Alcoholic, Fritz Archimedes, Fritz Alamalabala. So don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Or
about
Fritz Manamana. Okay, once again.
Exactly.
Fritz Alkemade.
So, here we go for the trick. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know a deck of cards is like a calendar? Did you know that? No? Here you go. Here we go. Yes. So I have here a deck of cards, and the deck of cards is weird because I'll show you. The deck of cards is weird because these are all red backs, but they're also on the front. They're all mixed. You can see they're all mixed. Mix. Okay. So now you have got red cards and black cards, which represent day and night. You've got the 4 suits, the 4 seasons, except in the Philippines, you only have 2. You've got 52 cards, 52 weeks. You can even go to the exact minute if you wanted to, but you have to do a different kind of shuffle. So here's the shuffle. I'm going to shuffle them like this.
Oh.
Shuffle. Yes, it's like a pharaoh. So you can see some of them are face up and some of them are face down. Okay, face down. So we're going to mix them up, and you can see they're all mixed up in a different direction like this. And let's see if we can... Okay, we have here all kinds of directions here. Oh, that's weird. Okay, but all mixed up. And here's what I'll do. I wind up the deck. And hopefully if this works, there should be, if I've done it correctly, let's see. Okay, yeah. All the cards should straighten out except for 4 cards.
Oh.
Now, like I said, this deck of cards is like a calendar. 4 suits, 4 seasons, red and black, day and night, 52 cards, 52 weeks. You can even go to the exact minute if you wanted to. You can see on your clock, it's now 23:34. And if I close this around, you can see it's 23.
Oh, 34, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Fritz with a Z. Maraming salamat. See you next time. I'm going to take the elevator down. Bye-bye, Chub. Maraming salamat. Take care. Bye-bye.
Once again, guys, it's Fritz Alkemade. Thank you very much, man, for joining me, broadcasting all the way from, of course, the Netherlands, Amsterdam. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Again, please take note. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's Seth and John, thank you very much. Fritz, yeah, for entertaining us. Yeah, ingat din, John, and to all of you guys who tuned in. Maraming salamat for watching. I should be giving away, oh wait, I still owe Seth 2 decks of cards, so which means, hold on. Can you spare me a minute? I need to get my giveaway for tonight's, oh, don't go, wait, let me just go get my, wait, yeah. I need to get my giveaways. Hold on. My bad. Do. First time this has ever happened to me. Sorry about that. I forgot my giveaways. Woohoo! Okay, here we go. Oh, hindi ko na ayusin yan, ha. Okay, for tonight's giveaway, I'll be giving out... yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. From the Magic Shop, I'll be giving out the Oblivion deck and, of course, a Neon playing card. Aeon. It's A-E-O-N playing cards. These are from DV Magic Shop. So, Seth, if you will be the one winning this one, 4 na yung papadala ko sa'yo, ha? Okay, it's so simple. All you need to do is for you to answer my question. Okay? Now, the first one to type in the correct answer on the... Okay, the reason I'm always looking on this side because I'm looking at my monitor and this is where I can see all your comments. So like, yon, Chubs just vanished. Amazing. And, Fritz, yeah, always a pleasure. Again, Fritz, yan. Seth, yan, special mention ka, Seth. Okay, Seth. Okay, guys, question. Yung comment lang, the first one with the correct comment. Okay. Paunahan lang. The first one to type in the correct answer will be getting this 2 deck of cards. Pag si John Santana yung nanalo, walang problema. Mas malapit. Pwede lang i-drop by lang to. Okay, here we go. My question is, Tagalogin ko na para madali. Taga saan dito sa Pilipinas? Si Fritz. Okay, go. Ano yun? Anong province? Anong province si Fritz? What is Fritz's province here in the Philippines? Type away your answers. Go. Type away your answers. So far, I'm not seeing any answers yet. So once again, this is episode number... Correct spelling dapat. Hindi. Yung ano lang, yung sinabi niya kanina. Ayan. Yun, meron na nanalo. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry, nauna lang si... John A. The correct answer is Ilo. Ay, sorry. Mali. John A. Sige na nga. Teka muna, nagkamali ako ng pindot kasi nag-i-scroll up yung ano eh. Yung bar natin. Sige, ganito. I have some more decks over here. Put on the spot ako Kasi nung pinipindot ko yung name ni John Ace, nag-scroll up kaya napindot ko yung name ni John. Okay, no problem. Okay, John Ace, you'll be getting these 2 decks over here. And si John, wait, I need to get another set of deck of cards na naman. Ayan na naman. I'm gonna vanish again. Hold on. Ano ba yan? Takbo ko ng takbo. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. My bad. Again, if you see, I am freezing a bit. Again, I have problems with my connection. So, wait. Okay. Kung hulaan ko pala, tama ako. I remember. Yes, Doc. Okay. Actually, sabi kanina, Fritz is from Iloilo. So, yun yung province talaga. Again, so John A, you'll be getting these 2 decks, and for Mr. John Santana, you'll be getting the mechanic deck, and of course, the Band Project by Choi Wan. Yan. This will be from Mr. John Santana. Okay, so John, thank you very much, and for John Ace, kindly John Ace, PM mo na lang sa akin yung address mo, and Seth, pasensya ka na, medyo na-delay lang yung padala ko, pero papadala ko yan. Anyway, so guys, Thank you very much for watching tonight's episode. And don't forget, this week po, ang broadcast time will be 2:30 p.m. My guest for next week will be Mr. Robert Bax. It's the BAXT. He is a comedy magician, and of course, a writer from the US. And if you don't know who he is, search his name. He is one of the best when it comes to performing comedy. And sabihin ko na rin, on August 14, my guest will be David K. or Cecilia Biri. So for those Kid Show entertainers, it will be at 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, ang broadcast time natin. Why? I have to adjust to their time. And August 21, it will be Mr. J. Scott Berry. 10 p.m. po yun. So at least you know, all know the schedule. So once again, Robert Bax, David K. and J. Scott Berry. And August 28, surprise. Okay. So once again, guys, my name is Chubster. Thank you very much for watching. Wait, tanggalin ko lang yung comment na ito. Sana ba yun? Ayun. Thank you very much for watching Let's Talk Magic. Seth, malapit na. Huwag ka mag-alala. Malapit na. Again, sorry for the broadcast. Medyo nag-freeze ako. But anyway, guys, Chubster here. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless. Stay safe, stay sanitized, and get vaccinated. And ingat ng lahat. Maraming salamat, guys. Thank you very much for watching Let's Talk Magic. Thank you.